I never thought a single sentence could feel like the floor breaking open beneath my feet. But that day, those 8 words changed something inside me forever. It happened on an ordinary afternoon. The kind where the sunlight is soft, the house is quiet, and everything feels normal, until it suddenly doesn't. My husband, Daniel, stood in the kitchen. His voice wasn't loud. He didn't look angry. He didn't even raise his eyebrows. He just said it the way someone might comment about the weather: "You've done nothing for me." For a moment, I actually smiled, thinking he was joking. Years of caring for him, supporting him, standing beside him through storms I never talked about. Surely he couldn't mean it. But the look on his face told me otherwise. There was no joke, no misunderstanding, no moment of clarity coming to rescue me. Just calm, quiet dismissal, the kind that hurts far more than yelling ever could. I felt the air leave my chest. I felt my hands turn cold. I felt my heart sink deeper than I knew it could. Because it wasn't just the words. It was what they implied. That my sacrifices, my late nights, my early mornings, the meals cooked, the bills managed, the comfort given, the tears wiped, the dreams I put on hold, none of it mattered to him. I stood there thinking of all the moments when I chose us over me. All the times I believed that love didn't need applause, that it only needed patience. But in that single sentence, he erased years of my life. Years that I could never get back. And while I kept standing there, silent and frozen, he walked away, as if he hadn't just broken something inside me. That day, I realized something quietly heartbreaking. You can give your whole heart to someone, and still be invisible in theirs. This is the story of the day my husband forgot everything I did for him, and how I slowly learned to remember my own worth again. I always believed that marriage was built on small things. Not the big celebrations, not the anniversaries or the birthdays, but the quiet sacrifices no one sees. The early mornings, the late nights, the meals cooked without being asked, the worries kept inside so the other person could sleep peacefully, the dreams pushed aside so the family could move forward. For most of my life, I thought my husband understood that. Or, at least I hoped he did. My name is Anna, and I've been married for more than 20 years. We weren't a perfect couple, but we were steady. Comfortable. Predictable in all the ways you expect long marriages to be. I met my husband, Mark, when I was just 23. I was a shy girl, working at a small bakery in our hometown. He used to come in every morning, always ordering the same thing, a cinnamon roll and black coffee. Sometimes he would sit by the window and watch the street. Sometimes he would smile at me in that soft, patient way of his. He wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't one of those men who tried to impress you with big words or big actions. He was simple. Honest. Steady. And that steadiness made me feel safe. We married a year after meeting. Not because we had everything figured out, but because we believed we could face life together. Life, of course, had other plans. In the beginning, we barely had enough money for rent. I worked long hours at the bakery, and Mark worked 2 part-time jobs while trying to build his career in construction. We lived in a tiny apartment with peeling paint and a stove that only worked half the time. But we were young. We laughed easily. We dreamed together. And even when things were hard, we held each other and told ourselves it would get better. And for a while, it did. After a few years, Mark finally found a stable job. We moved into a slightly bigger place. We had our first car. We enjoyed small luxuries, fast food dinners, Sunday drives, cheap movie nights. Then came the babies, 2 beautiful children who changed everything. I left my job at the bakery when the first baby arrived. It wasn't really a choice. We simply couldn't afford childcare, and Mark's job had long, unpredictable hours. Someone had to be with the baby. Someone had to keep the house running. And that someone was me. I didn't complain, or at least, I tried not to. I believed that staying home, raising our children, cooking, cleaning, supporting him, all of it had value. All of it meant something, even when I was tired, even when I cried quietly at night, even when I felt invisible. But Mark kept growing in his career. He got promotions. He made new friends. He took on bigger roles, bigger responsibilities. I was proud of him. Genuinely proud. But slowly, and maybe without noticing, he began to change. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't dramatic. Just small things. The way he stopped asking how my day was. The way he assumed the house would always be clean. The way he expected dinner on the table without a thought. The way he forgot to say, thank you. I became part of the background. Not a partner, not a teammate, just someone who kept things running. And I convinced myself it was normal. That this was marriage. That all women felt this way. Years passed like that. The kids grew. The house grew. Mark grew. I stayed the same. There were days I wondered who I was anymore. Not Anna, the girl who loved baking. Not Anna, the girl with dreams of owning her own shop someday. Not Anna, the girl with bright eyes and warm hopes. Just mom. Just wife. I never said anything because I didn't want to burden him. He had enough stress. He worked hard. He was providing for us. But inside, I carried a quiet ache, a small voice whispering, do you see me? Do you remember me? Do you value what I do? And then came the day everything shifted. A small moment, a simple conversation, a stray comment that landed like a knife in my chest. But that moment doesn't belong to the setup. It belongs to what came next. For now, just understand this. I loved my husband with my whole heart. I gave him my time, my energy, my youth, and my dreams. I stood beside him when he had nothing. I supported him through every struggle. I believed his success was our success. I believed he remembered. I believed he appreciated. I believed we were still a team. But life has a painful way of showing you truths you never wanted to see. And the truth I was about to face would break something deep inside me. Something I didn't know could break. I wish I could say the tension began with one big argument or one unforgettable moment, but the truth is, it started quietly. Soft, almost invisible at first, like a hairline crack in a glass that no one notices until it finally breaks. After that day in the kitchen, when my husband dismissed my help as if it meant nothing, something inside me shifted. I didn't say anything out loud, but I felt it. A kind of slow, sinking feeling in my stomach. The kind you get when you realize something precious is slipping away, but you don't know how to grab it fast enough. At first, I told myself it was just stress. Work stress, life stress. Maybe he was overwhelmed. Maybe he didn't mean it the way it sounded. But as the days passed, little things started happening. Little signs that the man I had loved and supported for years was pulling away from me, or maybe pushing me away. I wasn't sure which one hurt more. One night, we were sitting at the dinner table. I had made his favorite soup. The one I learned from his mother, the one he used to ask for every time he was sick, tired, or just needed comfort. I placed the bowl in front of him with a soft smile. He didn't even look up. He scrolled on his phone, spooning the soup into his mouth like it was nothing more than fuel. No smile, no, thank you, not even a glance. Before, he would tell me I had healing hands, that my cooking made him feel at home. Now, silence. I cleared my throat softly. Are you okay? I asked. He nodded, eyes still glued to his phone. Just tired, he mumbled. But the truth was, he had been tired with me for months now. I watched him eat, and I realized something painful. He no longer saw the effort. He no longer saw me. The distance between us didn't explode, it stretched. Quietly, gradually, painfully. He began coming home later. Not drastically, not enough for suspicion, just late enough to make me feel like I had become an afterthought. I would wait by the window sometimes, pretending I was just looking outside. But really, I was listening for his car, hoping he'd come home a little earlier today. Hoping he would walk through the door smiling, like he used to, asking about my day. But almost every night, he walked in with the same tired expression. The same heavy silence. And every night, I felt myself shrinking more and more. He stopped noticing the small things too. Like how I always kept his shirts ironed. How I packed his lunch. How I made sure the house stayed calm and warm for him. How I tried to keep myself steady so he could lean on me. One afternoon, while folding laundry, I found a receipt in his pocket from an expensive coffee shop across town. He never drank fancy coffee. Ever. He always said it was a waste of money. I stared at the receipt for a long moment. It wasn't jealousy that stung me, it was the realization that he was doing things without me. Things he never showed interest in before. I asked him about it that night. You went to this place today? I asked gently, showing him the receipt. He shrugged. Oh yeah, someone from work likes that place, so we went. Someone? I repeated, just to understand. A few people, he said sharply. Why are you questioning every little thing I do now? The way he said it, the tone, it sliced through me. I wasn't accusing him, I wasn't doubting him, I was trying to feel included, even just a little. But to him, even my curiosity had become a burden. Another shift happened slowly, almost painfully. He stopped asking for my opinion. Before, he would check with me about everything, work decisions, home problems, even what color tie he should wear. We used to talk for hours about life, plans, dreams. Now, he made decisions alone. Plans alone. Conversations elsewhere. He didn't say it out loud, but I felt it every day. He didn't need me anymore. One morning, I overheard him on a call. His voice was bright, brighter than it had been with me in weeks. He laughed. A warm, genuine laugh. I froze in the hallway, hand on the doorframe. That laugh. I used to hear it every day. And now, it felt like it was no longer mine to hear. He hung up and walked past me. Who was that? I asked softly. Just someone from work, he said, barely slowing down. Someone. Again with the someone. The real cracks began showing in our conversations. Whenever I tried to express my feelings, he said the same thing. You're overreacting. You're being too emotional. You always make problems out of nothing. Every time he said those words, a part of me dissolved a little. Because all I ever wanted was to feel seen. I wasn't asking for gifts. Or grand gestures. Or perfection. Just recognition. Just a little appreciation. Just a little softness. But he had grown so distant, so cold, that even the simplest conversation felt like walking on thin ice. I remember one evening, when he came home exhausted and irritable. I approached him gently, placing a hand on his arm. Can we talk? I whispered. About what now? He snapped. My hand fell back. My voice trembled. I feel like we're drifting. And I don't know how to fix it, he scoffed. There's nothing to fix. You're imagining problems. Imagining. That word stayed in my chest like a stone. The more I tried to hold us together, the more he pulled away. He stopped noticing when I dressed up. He stopped asking if I slept well. He stopped looking at me with the softness he once had. He stopped caring about my feelings, my exhaustion, my sacrifices. And slowly, painfully, I realized something I didn't want to admit. My husband didn't just forget the things I did for him. He forgot why I did them. He forgot the love behind every action. He forgot the woman who stood beside him for years. And for the first time in our marriage, I felt truly alone. I still remember the morning when everything changed. And it didn't happen during a big argument. It happened in a quiet, ordinary moment. A moment so small, so simple, yet it broke something inside me that I didn't even know was fragile. It was a Thursday, a normal weekday when my husband, Daniel, usually left early for work. But that morning, he was running late. He was rushing through the kitchen, opening drawers, looking under papers, calling out half sentences like he always did when he misplaced something. Where's my watch? He muttered. I'm sure I left it right here. I was standing by the sink, washing the last plate from breakfast. I dried my hands, walked over quietly, and picked up the watch from the counter. Right where he had left it last night. Here, I said gently, placing it in his hand. He didn't even look at me. He just grabbed it and kept moving. I didn't take it personally. I never did. After so many years, I was used to filling in the small spaces he never paid attention to. I was used to remembering everything he forgot. His appointments, his medication, birthdays, anniversaries, dry cleaning, taxes. Everything. But what happened next felt different. Daniel finally stopped moving. Then he looked at the table and frowned. Did you forget to iron my shirt again? He snapped. My breath caught in my throat. Because I had ironed it. Late last night, after finishing the laundry. Folding his clothes, packing his lunch for the next day, and doing a dozen other things he never noticed. I ironed it, I said quietly. He checked the collar, shook his head in frustration, and said words that I still hear sometimes in the quiet of the night. You know what? You don't really do anything for me anymore. Everything I need, I end up doing myself. My hands froze. My heart stopped. It felt like someone had pushed me underwater. Like I couldn't breathe. He said it so casually, so carelessly. As if it were the simplest truth in the world. I just stood there, staring at him, wondering if he was joking. But the look on his face told me he wasn't. He truly believed it. All the years, all the quiet sacrifices, all the moments I carried the weight he didn't even realize existed. Gone. Invisible. Unseen. My voice trembled when I finally spoke. Daniel, do you really think I've done nothing for you? He shrugged, like we were discussing the weather. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't see what you do. I don't feel anything changing because of you. I handle my own life. He grabbed his keys, opened the door, and left. No apology, no hesitation, just gone. The sound of the door closing behind him echoed through the house like a final verdict. I sank into the nearest chair. My whole body felt weak, like it was made of paper. I had cooked for him, stood by him through unemployment, through hospital visits, through pressure from his family. I had given up opportunities, my own dreams, even friendships. All to build a home for us. And he said I had done nothing. My hands pressed against my chest, as if trying to hold something inside that was breaking open. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry, but instead, I sat there in silence, because silence was the only thing strong enough to carry the weight of that moment. Hours passed. The house remained painfully still. Every corner felt cold. Every room felt unfamiliar when he returned that evening. He acted like nothing had happened, as if his words hadn't shattered something deep inside me. He walked past me, picked up his phone, and asked casually, "What's for dinner?" I stared at him, and in that moment, I realized that the breaking point wasn't when he said the words. The breaking point was when he didn't even remember he said them. The breaking point was realizing how far apart we had drifted. The breaking point was understanding that the man I loved had stopped seeing me, not just what I did, not just my effort, but me, as a person, as his partner, as the woman who had stood beside him through everything. Something inside me shifted that night. Not anger, not resentment, just clarity. Clarity can be quiet. Clarity can be gentle. Clarity can change your whole life without raising its voice. And in that quiet clarity, I realized I couldn't keep giving everything to someone who saw nothing.